Can you come up? Can you sit with me? Is this okay? So I've noticed recently in a lot of comments that I'm getting is asking about the names of the pups, and I realized that I never actually told the story of how I chose their names. No. Now, in the first pup date, everyone was asking what their names were because I didn't even say what I decided to name them. Hey, look at you. Oh my, who are you guys? Because it was still kinda up in limbo at that point in time. I was quick to address in the first pup date what their actual names were because that's what everyone was asking. But I haven't actually told the story of how I decided to name them. And so at the end of this video, I'm also going to announce who won the Pet Chatz prize. There's so many great submissions, and I know this is going to go to a great family. So this is a journal that I received Christmas Day from the friends that I was staying with. They gave me a present, and this is 2 days before I found the pups. And so I started journaling at the beginning of 2017. And as I'm getting situated, yeah, please ignore the mess that's happening in the background. As you can see, I moved the beach sign from this wall to the furthest wall. I think it goes well in the kitchen, but I digress. And so when I was going through all my old stuff, I found this journal, and it talks about how I was feeling about the pups. A personal relationship that I'm grateful for is that the pups have been challenging me every single day, and it had only been a week since I got them. And today will be a success is because I made the right decision to rescue and keep this pups. And it says, despite feeling very overwhelmed in the morning about them. And this is on, if you can see, January 3rd. And this is a moment that I remember so vividly, is that after the trip of finding the dogs and we had been adventuring for a week and things were amazing, I woke up that Monday morning to go to work, and I remember sitting there and I was just my hands on my head being like, wait, this is real life. What am I doing with 2 puppies and I'm about to go into work? Like, what is happening? It all kind of hit and was very overwhelming, but I can't say enough how grateful and happy I am that I rescued the dogs. That's an understatement of making that decision. Lastly, a note from January 9th of 2017. It says, work harder, take control, relax. Enjoy the process, build from routine, and the pups provide ultimate joy. And I can't speak enough to that. And it was so cool to see how over a year ago the things that were going on in my life, and I don't journal enough. I stopped probably early February of journaling, and I wish I did it more. And so hopefully because I have this, I'll get back into writing a lot more. Now, how I chose the pups' names. For years I have wanted a dog, and I had this idea in my head that I was going to name the dog Larry Johnson.
These are my new shoes from Converse. They're so light and so fast, my grandmama can whoop you in them. Grandmama!
After my favorite basketball player growing up. I thought it'd be super cute to nickname him LJ, and if people asked on the tag, it would say Larry on it, and that was my intention with the husky that I almost got, as I talk about in the puppy rescue. And back in November, I was this close to adopting one too. Now, when I rescued the 2 pups, it kind of threw me for a loop of being like, well, I can't just name one dog one thing and then Larry Johnson and it's all over the place. When I first posted about getting the pups, everyone was asking me what their names were, and I hadn't made a decision yet. I hadn't thought about actually getting 2 dogs at once. So some of the names that were thrown out from my friends on social was Sedona. Because I was driving from Sedona, Arizona to Page, Arizona, it really connected, and I thought it was a really pretty name for a girl dog. Thinking about what I was going to name Zeus. Now that wasn't his actual original name. And if you see in here, I even write Sedona and Hermes. Now, let me backtrack a little bit. People were saying if I do Sedona, I should make it maybe be Archie for Arches, which was my favorite national park at the time, Canyon, or different names that kind of go into play with the matching of Sedona and the agriculture, I guess. Early on, when it was just my friends who knew that I had found the dogs, I was getting a lot of messages and texts saying how it was a sign from the universe. And that's when it clicked. One of my favorite subjects growing up was Greek mythology. I thought it was so cool, and even took it my freshman year of college. I looked up what the Greek god of travel was, and who also happened to be the messenger of Zeus was Hermes. It felt good, it felt right, like there was a purpose behind it. When I would tell girls what their names were, I would say that his name was Hermes. And I didn't know about this fashion brand, but they would ask, "Did you mean Hermes?" And I was like, "No, Hermes, what are you talking about?" And there happens to be a fashion brand called Hermes, and now I know that. In addition, when I was introducing people to the dogs, I would have to explain Hermes. They would jump immediately to Sedona, and I would have to say, well, Hermes is the Greek god of travel, and it's very, like, serendipitous, and the universe is... It made me think about a personal rule that I have that revolves around Halloween. If you have to explain your costume, you didn't do a good enough job. So me having to explain his name every single time means that it's not a strong name. It's not a good name. So we leveled up for Greek gods, and his name was Zeus, a very strong male name, and it's been smooth sailing ever since. You want to come say hi? Come say hi. See? Oh, jeez. Okay, all right. You want to lay with me? Your sister did earlier. Why do you... He smells like some sort of perfume or cologne that I don't use. And I don't know how he got to smelling like that. Okay, now the real moment that you've all been waiting for, picking the winner of the Pet Chatz giveaway. Like I said, there were so many amazing comments, and thank you everyone for engaging with that video and being a part of it and telling me why you think you deserve the Pet Chatz. There are so many great pet parents out there that I think really deserve this, and drum roll please.
Hey, my drums!
And the winner of the Pet Chatz is Ashley Dunn. Ashley fosters dogs with medical issues, plus having 2 of her own. Her story was really incredible, and hopefully this makes her life a bit easier to leave the dogs at home at times. Thank you for your amazing work that you're doing, and I look forward to working with more brands to give you guys amazing pet experiences. That's all from the Adventure Squad today. If you have any questions that you want to get answered, I'll do my best in the comments to respond to you guys, and if there's anything major, I'll do more Q&As like this. Let me know if you like this kind of format. Thank you so much for continuing to subscribe, like, comment, telling your friends about us, and your impact allows us to continue to create content and even work with companies to provide you with stuff like Pet Chatz and other opportunities. I don't know what I'm saying, but I'm going to leave the camera right here like this, and let's edit it.